Jai Hind all of you. I am Dhanya, your Max teacher. Welcome back to the online class, Class 5, Mathematics, Chapter 11, Area and its Boundary. Okay? Today we are going to learn Chapter 11, Area and its Boundary. So already we have to learn these sections in the chapter how many squares. So on that basis we have to do all the questions in this chapter also. Before I starting this chapter, I asked some questions related to area and boundary. How can we find out the area of a square? Already you have to know that you have to learn in that chapter. So, area of a square. Yes, how can we find out the area of a square? Yes, side into side. That is the formula. Side into side. Okay, then perimeter of a square. How can we find out that? Yes, that also we have to study in that chapter. 4 into side. Understand? Area of a square is equal to side into side. If we are giving the measurement of one side, we can calculate multiplication of side into side. We get the area of a square. And then if we are knowing the measure of side, 4 into side means perimeter of a square. That means boundary of a square. Understand? Area means the surface enclosed in a closed figure. But perimeter means boundary of the figure. Understand? Then area of a rectangle. How can we find out that? Yes, length into breadth, or area is equal to L into B. L for length and B for breadth. Understand all of you? Then next, perimeter of a rectangle. Yes, how can we find out the perimeter of a rectangle? 2 into L plus B. 2 into L plus B. L means length, B means breadth. If some cases we get width also given. So that time L plus W. In the place of breadth, some figures given in width of the figure. So that time this formula will be changed. 2 into L plus W. Otherwise, always we have to say like this. The perimeter of a rectangle is equal to 2 into L plus B. First we can add the length and breadth measurement. Then multiply with 2. Understand all of you? So these are the main things in this chapter. So you study these formulas very clearly. Then only you can able to do all other questions in your textbook. Understand all of you? In your textbook, page number 146, there, whose slice is bigger? Parth and Ginny brought paper dried mango slices. That means dried mango slice from a shop. Their pieces look like this. This is the piece A and another one more piece is there, that is piece B. Both could not make out whose piece was bigger. So we want to find out whose piece was bigger. Suggest some way to find out whose piece is bigger. Discuss. A friend of Parth and Ginny showed one way using small square. So he can make a small squares and make this type of figure using these small squares. So here the length of piece A is 6 centimeter. So 6 square of side 1 centimeter can be arranged along its length. The width of the piece A is 5 centimeter. So 5 squares can be arranged along its width. So I can arrange the pieces like this. Using the small squares, this is 1 centimeter square. So make this piece like this. Then we want to find out the area of piece A and piece B. Using the small squares, we want to find out the area. Another one more option is there. That is, we want to find out the area. If we are knowing the length and breadth, we have to use the formula and then find out the area. So here, what is the area of this picture? So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this side becomes 6 centimeter and this side becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 centimeter. So what is the area of piece A equal to? So we want to find out the area, count the squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So the area is equal to 30 centimeter square. Another one more option is there. So we have to know the length. So the area is equal to length into breadth. That is equal to 5 into 6. 30 centimeter square. So these are the two options. We have to find out the area of this figure. If we are knowing the length and breadth, we have to use this formula. Otherwise, if you are getting unit squares on the basis of this picture, that time we have to count the unit square. That number of unit square is the area of that piece. Understand? The same way, next piece also look like this. So here 1, 2, 3. So this side becomes 3 centimeter and this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 centimeter. Why I am saying like this? These two gap becomes 1 centimeter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this distance is 11 centimeter and this distance is 3 centimeter. Okay. I want to find out the area of piece B. So we count the squares in this figure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So the area of this figure is 33 centimeter square. So another way, how can we find out this area of this figure? Yes, we know the length is equal to 11 centimeter and breadth is equal to 3 centimeter. So the area is equal to length into breadth. That is 11 into 3. 33 centimeter square. Both the answers are same. Understand? So our aim is which piece is bigger. Here the area is 33 centimeter, but here the area is 30 centimeter. So which figure is bigger? Yes, this piece is bigger. Why? Because it has 33 centimeter square is the area. This number is bigger. Understand? So in your page number, so here altogether how many squares can be arranged on it? So this is the way we have to arrange the squares like this. So how many squares, unit squares we have to arrange in this figure piece? Yes, 30. So here 30 squares we can arrange this figure. So the area of the piece is equal to 30 centimeter square, otherwise 30 square centimeter. In the same way, find the area of piece B. So same way already here we can do this question. So how many squares are there? 33 squares are there. In the same way, find the area of the piece B. So what is the area here? We have to find out it. Yes, 33 centimeter square. 33 centimeter square. Who had the bigger piece? How much bigger? So who had the bigger piece? So this 30 centimeter square and here 33 centimeter square. Who has the bigger piece? Yes, piece B is the bigger. How much bigger? So there we have to do the subtraction. So bigger number minus smaller number. So 33 minus 30 is equal to 3 centimeter square. How much bigger is piece B? 3 centimeter bigger. Understand all of you? Cover with the stamp. So this activity you can do it in your textbook. No need to write the notebook. So this question, please listen carefully. Cover with a stamp. So here we can show a bigger rectangle, and this rectangle is the bigger rectangle. So we need to cover this rectangle using this small stamp. This stamp has an area of 4 square centimeter. Guess how many such stamp will cover this big rectangle. So we need to cover this rectangle with this stamp. So what is the area of this stamp? 4 square centimeter. So one small stamp's area is 4 square centimeter. So we need how many stamps? So how can we find out this stamp? Number of stamps. So first we want to find out the area of this big rectangle. So here not given the measurement of the sides. So using the scale and find out the measurement of sides. So here using this scale. So you can see this is your scale. So placing the scale like this, and one side is 14 centimeter and the breadth 8 centimeter. So now we have got the length and breadth. Then after we have to find out the area of this big rectangle. So we know that how can we find out the area of the big rectangle? If we are knowing the length and breadth, we have to use the formula. So length is equal to 14 centimeter and the breadth is equal to 8 centimeter. Length is equal to 14 centimeter and the breadth is equal to 8 centimeter. Next, we want to find out the area of a big rectangle. So there we know that area is equal to length into breadth. So 14 into 8. 14 into 8. So we can do the calculation on the working column. You know that? So 8 4s are 32. 3 remainder. 180 is 8. 8 plus 3 11. So what is the answer? 112 centimeter square is the area of a big rectangle. Next, we know that area of a stamp is equal to, that will be given in your question, that is 4 centimeter square. Next, we want to find out number of stamps. Stamps cover in a big rectangle. So here we have to use the division. We can get the total and area of one stamp. So there we have to use the division. So area of a big rectangle divided by area of a stamp. So area of a big rectangle, that is 112 divided by 4. So divide 112 divided by 4. 2 times 8. 11 minus 8, 3. 32. So how many times? 8 times. So remainder becomes 0. So number of stamps is equal to 28 stamp. We needed to cover this big rectangle. Understand? All of you understand? Once again. So we want to find out the number of stamps cover in this big rectangle. So that time first we have to find out the area of big rectangle and then find out the area of a stamp. Then area of big rectangle divided by area of a stamp is equal, we get the number of stamps cover in this rectangle. Understand? This is the way we have to find out the answer. So open the next page. Measure the yellow rectangle. It is dash centimeter long. So how much length is that? Yes, 14 centimeter long. That we have to measure using the scale. How many stamps can be placed along its length? So what is the length? 14 centimeter. But the stamp length is, that is, this distance is 2 centimeters. So how many stamps we needed to cover the length? So the answer is 7 stamps needed to cover this length, because 7 into 2, 14. Understand? 7 stamps. How wide is a rectangle? So what is the width of this rectangle? So what is the width? Yes, we have to know, that is 8 centimeter. So how many stamps can be placed along its width? So the stamp's width is 2 centimeter. So how many stamps we needed to cover that width? So using this stamp to cover this width. So how many stamps we needed? 4 stamps. How many stamps are needed to cover the rectangle? So how many stamps we needed to cover? In length we have to 7 stamps, and in breadth we have to needed 4 stamps. So the area is equal to 7 into 4. 28 stamps is needed. 28 stamps we needed to cover this rectangle. What is the area of the rectangle? So what is the area of the rectangle? We know that the area is equal to length into breadth. In already we have to done that question. That is, what is the area of a big rectangle? That is 112 centimeter square. What is the perimeter of the rectangle? So how can we find out the perimeter of a rectangle? Perimeter we can do like this. Perimeter is equal to perimeter of a big rectangle equal to 2 into length plus breadth. That is 2 into 14 plus 8. 14 plus 8, what is the answer? 22. So 2 into 22. That is 44 centimeter is the perimeter of a big rectangle. That is, perimeter of a big rectangle is equal to 44 centimeter. Understand? So you can do these answers in your textbook. Understand? All of you understand this question? First, measure the yellow rectangle. That means yellow rectangle means, so this is the yellow rectangle. So here only the small stamp is there. Its length is 2 centimeter and the breadth is also 2 centimeter. So the area is 4 centimeter square. So we needed to find out the number of stamps using to cover this big rectangle. Okay? Understand all of you? Move to the next question. Next, we want to find out the area and perimeter of the following. So here showing the figure. So find out the area and perimeter of this figure. So first we want to find out the length and breadth. So here it's look like a square. So one side, this 1 centimeter, 1, 1, 1. So total 4 centimeter is here. And here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 centimeter is given. Already we have to know the formula to find out the area and perimeter. So this is a square. So area of a square is equal to, so you have to already know how can we find out the area of a square. Yes, area of the square is equal to side into side. Here we know the side of the measurement. So what is the measurement? 4. 4 into 4. So 4 into 4, 16 centimeter square. So the area of this figure is 16 centimeter square. Otherwise we have to count the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So the area is 16 centimeter square. Otherwise we have to use the formula to find out the area. Understand? So next, perimeter of a square. Yes, we have to know the formula 4 into side. Side we have to know. That is 4 into 4. That's also 16 centimeter. In some cases, area and perimeter are same, but some other cases it will be different. So, how can we find out the perimeter? So, perimeter means boundary. Boundary means to measure the length of the boundary. So, here 4, here 4, here 4, and also here also 4. So, 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4, 8. 8 plus 4, 12. 12 plus 4, 16. So, this is the way, another way to, we have to find out the perimeter of the this figure. Understand? So this is one method, and another method is you have to use the figure to find out the area and perimeter. Understand all of you? So move to the next question. Can we find out the area of this figure? So measure this distance. How much is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the length becomes 8 centimeter and breadth becomes 1, 2. So 2 centimeter. So length is equal to 8 centimeter and the breadth is equal to 2 centimeter. So area is equal to length into breadth. 8 into 2, 16 centimeter square. Already we have to study this in the how many squares in that chapter. So same way we have to find out the perimeter. P is equal to 2 into L plus B. So 2 into 8 plus 2. 2 into 8 plus 2, 10. 2 into 10, 20 centimeter is the perimeter of this figure. Otherwise, we have to count the squares. We can find out the area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So, the area is 16. So if we are knowing the formula, so that time we have to use the formula. It's easy to, we have to find out. Otherwise, count the unit squares. Understand? Perimeter also adding the measures of the boundary. 8 plus 2. 8 plus 2, 10. Here also 8. 8 plus 2, 10. 10 plus 10, 20. So these are the two ways to, we have to find out the area and perimeter of these figures. Understand? This is another picture to find out the area and perimeter of the given picture. So this side becomes given 30 centimeter. It's not accurate measurement. It's given the question. So the already in this question given the measurement of the side. So side is equal to 30 centimeter. But in this figure only one side is given, so it is a square. Understand? 4 sides are equal, so 30 here, 30 here, 30 here, 30 here. So that's why given only one side. Understand? So what is the area? Area is equal to side into side. That is equal to 30 into 30. 3 3s are 9. How many zeros? 2 zeros. So the area is equal to 900 centimeter square. Next we want to find out the perimeter. Perimeter is equal to 4 into side. That is equal to 4 into 30. 4 3s are 12. 1 0. 120 centimeter. That is the perimeter of this figure. If the picture is given like to using this formula to find out the area and perimeter. Understand? We need to find out the area and perimeter of this figure. So length is given and the breadth also given. So length is equal to 16 centimeter and the breadth is equal to 9 centimeter. So how can we find out the area of this figure? Yes, we know the formula. Area is equal to length into breadth. So 16 into 9. 16 into 9. 9 6 are 54. 5 and 5 is remainder. So 1 9 is 9 plus 5, 14. 144 centimeter square. Here also we have to mention the units also. And next we need to find out the perimeter. Perimeter is equal to 2 into L plus B. 2 into 16 plus 9. 2 into 25. 16 plus 9. 25. 2 into 25, 50. 50 centimeter. Perimeter, we have to use the unit length. So, we can use here the, what is the measurement that we have to mention here. But in area, we have to use the square unit. So, here square, which unit is given? Centimeter. So, square centimeter, otherwise centimeter square. Understand? This is the way we have to find out the area and perimeter. If we are knowing the length and breadth, otherwise side of the figure, so we have to use the formulas and find out the area and perimeter. Understand? Then move to the practice time question. Urbans plans to tile his kitchen floor with green square tile. Each side of the tiles is 10 cm. His kitchen is 220 cm in length and 180 cm wide. How many tiles will he need? So we want to find out number of green tiles needed to tiling that kitchen floor. So first I can draw a kitchen floor. So this is the kitchen floor and it's a kitchen is 220 centimeter length and this is 180 centimeter wide. Urbans plan to tile. So the tile is like this. So it's a square tile. So I draw a square type of tile. And what is the measurement of side? 10 centimeter. So this is the model of the square. So number of this type of tile to needed to cover this floor. So that time we want to find out the area because the space enclosed in a figure is means area. So the question meaning is we want to find out the area of a big rectangle and also the area of a this small rectangle. That means here it's a square type. The small rectangle is a square type. So first we want to find out the length of kitchen floor. that is equal to 220 centimeter, and width of kitchen floor, that is 180 centimeter. Next we want to find out the area of kitchen floor, that is equal to length into breadth, that is equal to 220 centimeter into 180 centimeter. So multiplication of these two numbers, remove the zeros and multiply the numbers. 22 into 18. 8 2s are 16, balance 1, 8 2s are 16 plus 1, 17. Next 1 2 is 2, 2 1 is 2. Then adding 6, 7 plus 2 9, 2 plus 1 3. So the area is 3960, two zeros are there. So 39,600 centimeter square is the area of the kitchen floor. Multiplying these two numbers, the answer is 396, and join two zeros in the answer. So the total is 39,600 centimeter square. That is the area of the kitchen floor. Next we want to find out the area of square tail is equal to side into side. Here we have to know what is the side, that is 10 centimeter. So side into side, 10 into 10. So what is the answer? 100 centimeter square. So the area of the square tail. We needed to find out the number of square tails needed to cover the kitchen floor is equal to area of kitchen floor divided by area of a square tail. Area of kitchen floor is equal to 39,600 divided by area of square tail, that is 100. So here also two zeros, here also two zeros. We have to cancel these two zeros, and then 396 divided by 1 is equal to 396. So 396 tails needed to cover the kitchen floor. 396. Understand? First we have to find out the area of the kitchen floor, and then we need to find out the area of the tail. Then area of the big rectangle divided by area of the small rectangle. So that time we have to find out the number of tails. Understand all of you? Then move to the next question. So the next question, the fencing of a square garden is 20 meter in length. How long is one side of the garden? So we needed to find out the one side of the garden. Fencing means, that means we needed to build a boundary. So boundary measurement is given. So you have to find out the length of one side. So it's a square garden. So the perimeter, fencing means we needed to make a boundary. Okay. So that is the fencing. So here given perimeter of a square garden, that is 20 meter length is given. Perimeter, fencing means boundary, making a boundary of the square garden. So the perimeter is given in this question. So we want to find out the one side of the garden. One side of the garden is equal to perimeter divided by 4. That is equal to perimeter here is given 20. 20 divided by 4. 20 divided by 4 is equal to, yes, 5 meter is the length of one side. Understand? Length of one side is equal to 5 meter. So here given is perimeter. So we needed to find out the one side of the garden. One side of the garden is equal to perimeter divided by 4. That is the formula that we have to already studied in the how many squares chapter. Okay. So perimeter divided by 4. 20 divided by 4 is equal to 5 meter is the length of one side. Understand? So move to the next question. Next question is, a thin wire 20 centimeter long is formed into a rectangle. That means this is the thin wire. 20 centimeter long thin wire is formed into a rectangle. So this thin wire to make a rectangle. This thin wire to make a rectangle. If the width of this rectangle is 4 centimeter. So width is equal to given, that is 4 centimeter. So we needed to find out the length. So this 20 meter long means, that means the boundary of the rectangle. This wire we can make it like a rectangle. So the boundary of the rectangle is 20 centimeter. So first we write the step perimeter of a rectangle, that is 20 centimeter. That means the length of the wire is equal to 20 centimeter. That means this wire can be make it as a rectangle. So the length of the wire is 20 centimeter. That means the boundary of this figure also 20 centimeter. So the perimeter of the rectangle is equal to 20 centimeter and the width is given. Width is equal to 4 centimeter. So we needed to find out the length of the figure that we already studied. That is, length is equal to perimeter divided by 2 minus width. Perimeter divided by 2 minus width. Perimeter is equal to 20. 20 divided by 2 minus width. 20 divided by 2 is equal to 10. 10 minus 4. So the answer is 6 centimeter is the length. So here the question is given in the question. Perimeter is given and also the width is given. So that time how can we find out the length? So the formula of length is equal to perimeter divided by 2 minus width. So width is given. So here we can write width. Perimeter divided by 2 minus width. So we got the answer is 6 centimeter. That is the length of this rectangle. Understand all of you? Move to the next question. Next question. A square carom board has a perimeter of 320 centimeter. How much is its area? We needed to find out the area of the square carom board. But here given the perimeter of the carom board is given. So which shape is carom board having? Square shape. So the perimeter of a carom board equal to 320 centimeter. Perimeter of a carom board is equal to 320 centimeter. So we needed to find out its area. So first we have to find out the side of the carom board. Side of a carom board is equal to perimeter divided by 4. That is equal to 320 divided by 4. 320 divided by 4. 32. How many times? 8 times 32, 0 and 0, that we have to put it on the quotient. So the measurement of one side is equal to 80 centimeter. Side is getting. So next, how can we find out the area of a carom board? Area of a carom board equal to side into side. Why? Because it is a square shape. So side here getting 80. 80 into 80. 8 8s are 64. Remaining 2 zeros. Then what is the unit? Here the measurement is centimeter is given. So in area centimeter square. So 6400 centimeter square is the area. If in a square shape the perimeter is given, so that time we have to find out the side of the square shape, perimeter divided by 4. After we getting the side of the square, using this measurement we have to find out the area. How can we find out the area? So that time we have to multiply with the side into side. Understand? This is the way we have to find out the area of this question. First we have to find out the side and then we have to find out the area. Understand all of you? Then some important formulas I can explain now, that is important notes. So we needed to find out the length of a rectangle. L is equal to, if area is given, that time area divided by breadth. Or another formula, length is equal to perimeter divided by 2 minus breadth. These are the two formulas we have to find out the length. If area and breadth is given, that time we have to use this formula to find out the length. If the perimeter and breadth is given, that time we have to use this formula. Another option, breadth. Area divided by length. Or another option is breadth is equal to perimeter divided by 2 minus length. So if the area and length is given, that time we have to use this formula to find out the breadth. If the perimeter and length is given, that time we have to use this formula to find out the breadth. Understand? So we needed to find out the side of a square. So that time perimeter divided by 4. This is the formula to find out the side of a square. Understand? So these formulas you have to remain it in your mind. Okay? In your textbook, page number 149, F question is there. Sanya, Arushi, Manav and Kabir made a greeting card. Complete the tables for their cards. So here the tables are shown here. So you have to find out the missing columns. In first question, length and width is given. You have to find out the perimeter and area. You have to know the formula. Using that formulas, you have to find out the perimeter and area. So the next and third and fourth also the same way. Using the formulas and you have to find out the missing columns. Understand? So this F question is homework that you have to do it in your notebook. Understand? Draw these columns very neatly and then write the given measurement and also you have to find out the missing measurements. Understand? That is your homework question for this section. Thank you and have a nice day. Do it properly and with neat handwriting.